It's 11 o'clock. I'm calling the Committee on Public Safety, Judiciary, and Homeland Security to order. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Wilson, Commissioner Peterson Mayberry, Commissioner Clemente,
Here.
Vice Chair Dodd.
Here.
Chair Garza has requested an excuse. You have a quorum present.
Thank you. Next item.
B, Chair's remarks.
I have none. Next item.
C, approval of the March 11, 2026 meeting minutes.
It's been moved by Commissioner Clemente, supported by Commissioner Wilson. Any discussion on the meeting minutes? Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carried.
Next item.
D, unfinished business. There is none listed.
Next item.
Moving to item 1 under new business, forwarding report on operations that occur at each of the sheriff's office's satellite locations.
Okay, who's here to speak on this item?
Good morning, Commissioners. Vanita Terry, Chief of Administration for the Wayne County Sheriff's Office.
Good morning.
So per the budget language instructions, this report is on our operations at our satellite location. And this is related to the operations at Metro Tech in Dearborn, Michigan. We have, it's not actually an operation. We use this location as to when the vehicles are being serviced. At that time, we have our presence there because it could be our reserves, any of our deputies or our administrative staff. So it's not true operations being ran out of that location.
Any questions from commissioners on this item? Is there a motion? Oh, Commission Counsel.
And this is through the chair to this honorable body. Benita, can you tell, because you said it's not true operations, and I know there's been discussion of that lease, which we still kind of have, that's been lingering around for the last few years, that we're looking at now to figure out what to do with. So when you say not true operations, what do they actually do?
So if, say if a citizen comes in and needs assistance or guidance, we're there to provide that assistance. But we don't have our reserve staff there at all times. When we are getting our vehicles serviced, at that time, our presence is there.
So how would a citizen know to come there to get?
They don't.
If it's not like operational, you know, like if it's not.
Right, it's not. So it's just if we're there at that time. And if you go into Metro Tech, you will see billboard as far as our recruiting efforts. That's the way advertise, recruit, what sheriff's office is hiring. Our information is there as well as DPD.
Can I have one last question? So when you say vehicle service, what's the length of a service? Is it like an oil change and I'm there for 30 minutes? Is it something else and I'm there for 4 hours?
It depends. It could be either or.
Okay. We'll probably follow up.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, there's a motion to receive and file by Commissioner Clemente, supported by Commissioner Wilson. Any last questions? Please vote on your tablets.
Motion carried.
Thank you. All right, next item.
Item 2, requesting commission approval of amendment 2 to a co-location license agreement, member subscriber agreement, memorandum of agreement, and integration agreement with the State of Michigan Department of Technology, Management and Budget, Office of the Michigan Public Safety Communication System.
Okay, do we have someone from Homeland Security online with us today?
Yeah, good morning. This is Ahmad Nasser, Finance Manager at Wayne County Homeland. And I have the Communication Chief, Jonathan William. He's online with me. Actually on a separate line, but he's online right now to address any question you have.
Okay, could you just give us a brief overview of this contract?
Yeah. The state of Michigan and County of Wayne has a joint contract to use the tower within Wayne County in order to address any emergencies and any emergency messages. And the state of Michigan actually used the tower in our county to communicate using the 800 megahertz rate. So, Jonathan, can you please give them additional information? So the fact I deal with more money and Jonathan is our communication chief, he can address more about this.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, so the Wayne County
Could you state
Department
your
of
name?
Home.
Sorry, name and title for the record.
Yes, my name is Jonathan Williams. I'm Chief of Communications for the Department of Homeland Security. And the MPSCS integration agreement just involves the contract arrangement between the state of Michigan and the county of Wayne. It is an integration agreement that was first established back in 2016. There has been some updates to the agreement and changes that the state would like to implement into the agreement that requires commissions signing. And so the agreement just allows us to continue to operate on the statewide communication system, along with all of the other public safety offices and agencies within Wayne County. So again, it's just an integration agreement. It does require consideration by the commission and cannot be signed by the department director without the commission's approval.
Okay, and this is a non-monetary agreement, is that correct?
Well, there are costs involved in the upgrade and keep up of the systems between the state and the county. There are some costs that are involved there, yes.
Okay, are any of the funds being paid for by the county?
All the funds are paid by US grant.
Okay,
So the county is not does not pay anything out of general funds. Everything is by the grant.
okay. I have two commissioner questions here. Commissioner Peterson Mayberry.
Thank you. Through the chair. So I know that it mentioned that we had credits. And so all the credits that are not used by June of 2026 will go, am I understanding that correctly, that it goes back to the state of the 1.2 million credits that we have now?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
So we won't spend all of that by June of 26?
We will not be able to spend the entirety of those credits by June 26. However, we've done all that we could within the communities to get all of the first responders, radio systems programmed with the credits. And every community that had new radios capable of being programmed have applied. And so again, we won't reach that $1 million credit, but it's only used for the programming of radios and not for any additional maintenance of our systems, just the
Okay. That was my next question. I know there's guardrails because it's a grant, there's guardrails around what we could use the dollars for. But if
Yes.
you've exhausted all options in terms of us spending those dollars, I would just hate to not use all the credits that we've been afforded. But I appreciate your answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, Commissioner Clementi.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think my questions were along the same about the credits, and everybody has new radios. And are the towers being maintained? Is there any there's how many towers within Wayne County?
We have 3 to 4 towers currently. We're in the process of bringing on 2 additional towers from other other municipalities within Wayne County. So we'll be up to a total of 7. But all 7 of the towers will be maintained by the state MPSCS system. They have always taken care of the maintenance of the towers. And so that portion of the agreement is a separate agreement from the credits that are, on the table here. But yes, to answer your question, there are 7 total towers altogether within Wayne County.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, if there's no further questions, could I get a motion on this item? It's been moved by Commissioner Clementi. Oh, supported by Commissioner Peterson Mayberry. Please vote on your tablets.
Motion carried.
Next item, please.
Item 3, requesting commission approval of the Wayne County Hazard Mitigation Plan 2025 update through the Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Management to mitigate the impacts of natural, technological, and man-made disasters before and after they occur.
Okay, I will pass this back to emergency management.
Yep. Again, Ahmad Nasser, Finance Manager, Homeland Security Management.
Okay, can you just tell us a little bit about this new plan that we have?
Okay, so the hazard mitigation plan is being updated every 5 years to mitigate any natural or technological or any hazard due to a natural, technological, or man-made within the community toward any infrastructure or environment within the Wayne County. So every 5 years, we collab with all the communities within Wayne County, all municipalities, and we sit together and we speak about what the potential hazard that happen, the actual hazard that happened within this 5 years, and what potential hazard we are expecting, and we put plan together how to mitigate those hazards, and we set this plan up. So the reason why we have it in front of you, FEMA already sent us a pre-approval pending or approval pending commission approval. So once we adopt this within Wayne County, we're gonna send it over to all the localities that were in our meeting to adopt it and send it back to FEMA for final approval.
Okay, so the commission has to approve it and then FEMA approves it? Is that the
Yes.
process? Okay,
So FEMA already gave out a primary approval, a preliminary approval, and it's now for adoption within Wayne County. Once the county adopt it, we're gonna send this resolution to all the cities within Wayne County to adopt it in their own commission or legislative action. Then they will send us the final resolution on their own. Then we send it back to FEMA for final approval.
okay. Any commissioner questions on this item? Commissioner Peterson, Mayberry?
Just one question around the ASTI contract not having an official term, I guess through the chair, but to legal counsel, is that a challenge that there's no official term for dates for? I know it says typically we do it within 12 months, that just creates great space for me, especially when we're talking about government.
Yeah, so since this plan is a hazard mitigation plan, it's due or mandatory renewal every 5 years. So we don't have a special term for that plan. So this plan is valid for full 5 years.
Okay. Does Commission Council want to add anything to that?
Through the chair, if we'll follow FEMA guidelines, so FEMA guidelines are 5 years, or if they have other requirements, I'm sure the department will take every step to do so to make sure that we're in compliance. So no, we don't have any particular issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I see the statement about we're lucky that the individual is still there. So, I mean, just we've seen things happen. So if it's not in writing, oftentimes it doesn't exist. So that line just concerned me a little bit, that we're lucky that someone is still there from ASTI. So I didn't know if it was one person being a clearinghouse for all of this, but without some of the language. But if legal is fine, then I will concede to legal's opinion. Thank you.
Anyone else? Is there a motion? It's been moved by Commissioner Wilson, supported by Commissioner Clementi. Please vote on your tablets.
Motion carried.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Excuse me, next item.
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
I have none. Next item.
G, public comments.
Is there anyone here who wishes to make a public comment to the Committee on Public Safety, Judiciary, and Homeland Security? Anyone on the phone or on Zoom? Any emails?
No emails were received.
Okay, second call for public comments. If you're online, you can just unmute yourself. Third and final call. All right, hearing none. Next item.
Adjournment.
Is there a motion?